Hey guys, so I want to make this quick video on exactly what to do for prospects who, one, get onto a call with you, but don't end up buying or don't end up signing up because they need to think about it, because they need to talk to decision makers, because they think it's a bad time for their business, and for prospects who you book a call with, but don't end up showing up to the call. And this workflow is designed to nurture and re-engage prospects on autopilot at scale, so that you can get them, one, back onto a call, but also two, signing up as a client because you build the trust with them at scale. So most methods of following up, of nurturing, involves tons and tons of phone calls every day and direct messages and emails and all this stuff. But those methods aren't scalable, right? You can't be doing that with hundreds of people. It's just going to take all your time away. And honestly, it's not even the most effective way of doing it. So what I have over here is the exact workflow that we're providing for our partners right now, for our partners, to actually implement this and sign these clients up. So firstly, if you don't know who I am, my name's Ethan Welby, co-founder of Agency Growth Partner. We build out client acquisition systems for established marketing agencies so that they can build a new offer, stand out, book more meetings, sign more clients, build out sales process, all this on a done-for-you basis. So let's get into it. So for the prospects who don't end up signing up, they need to be added to your social funnel. Now, what is the social funnel? So what I'll do is I'll just bring up this Miro board so that I can draw this out. But what typically happens in sales is that you get onto a call with a prospect, right? You get onto a call. So let's say this is the initial outreach message. That's a Gmail logo. They get onto a sales call. And then what happens is either they buy and they sign up as a client, or they just drop off and you never hear from them again, right? So what we're doing is creating a separate path where this is another email, bear with me, and then another email, or not even email, just piece of attention, right? Piece of content. They just need to know, or you just need to be on top of their mind, right? So the reason that they buy, or the reason that they don't buy, fundamentally, is because they don't trust that you can get the result that you're claiming to be able to get, right? So if you're helping them to make more money, you run a marketing agency, and you claim that you'll make them more money, and they still say no, it's because they don't trust it. Because if they were 1000% certain that what you said is completely true, then they would sign up, because you are literally making them more money than what they're paying you. So the only reason that they wouldn't buy is because they lack the trust that they need to actually, pay the invoice, get started, and go from there. So if that's the case, if what we're missing here is trust, then what we need to do in the follow-ups is build that trust up to the point where they can actually make the decision. So you can think about it like this. Let's say every single person has a certain amount of trust that needs to be built for them to make the buying decision, for them to be like, okay, send the invoice, let's get started. So some people might be extremely low, right? Let's say this is trust over here. So this is the work that you do. So, work that you do. So let's say some people only need this much trust. So as soon as you can get this up by, being persuasive in the sales process, by showing case studies, by giving value, by doing all these things, you can get their trust up to this point and then they'll buy. But for some people, their trust is all the way up here. So you take them on the sales process, you do all your things, you do your nice pitch, you do show the case studies, all this stuff, but you only get to here. So because you only get to there, only to here, they haven't built enough trust to actually make the buy. And then you lose them. But what we want to do here is never lose them. So what we're going to do is, as soon as someone doesn't buy over here, then what we're going to do is we're going to get them into our social funnel, which is a combination of our email list and our social media platforms, so that we can nurture them, so that they can see us, and that we can build trust at scale constantly every single day until they reach the point of trust where they are ready to buy, right? That is what we're doing here. So let's say this is everything you did. I'll see if I can change the color here. This is everything you did with your sales process without doing the methods that I'm talking about now. But using our methods, what I'm going to show you over here, over time, you can get this, just slowly building up, seeing your content every day, seeing your stuff, building trust, seeing case studies, all these things, boom, until they're ready to buy, and then Stripe invoice, get them started, right? So what we're doing here is just bridging the final gap of what we need to build this trust to get them on board. So over here it says we need to add leads to our social funnel. Now, the following can be done manually or via automation. If you're a partner with us right now and you're watching this video, just send me a message and I'll show you how to do this with automation. The short answer is that if you connect Zapier, it's a lot to explain in a 5-minute video, but if you connect Zapier with the tool that you're using for email sending, like ConvertKit, you can make an automation where every single time a Calendly event is booked, then the lead details go from Calendly to ConvertKit. That's it at the end of the day, right? It doesn't get more complicated than that. And then for the automation for the social platforms, this is ideally best done by a VA. So what we do for the partners right now, we have inbox managers, we have SDRs as well, who manage all the replies. So what we'll do is we'll just have the SDR connect with them on LinkedIn, for example, add them on Twitter, for example. But there's other ways to do this. Easiest way is just do it manually, right? If someone books a meeting with you, connect with them on LinkedIn or whatever tools that you, or whatever platforms that you use for posting, connect with them on there, and then don't worry about it, right? Then once we do this process, I'll start seeing your stuff. And then you can also just add the details to the email sending tool that you use. We use ConvertKit for that. So now that you have them in the funnel, right? And what this means is that you added them to this process over here. So now they're in the funnel, okay? And what we're gonna do, our main focus, right, above everything else, is staying top of mind, right? We don't necessarily need to be posting the absolute best content. We don't need 4K YouTube videos. We don't need all this stuff. As long as we are on their mind, then we are doing the right thing, right? As long as we are on their mind. So by adding them to your email list and by adding them to your social platforms, you'll be nurturing these prospects at scale. And the reason I say at scale is because you can send one message and you can reach 10,000 people. You can make one post and you can reach 10,000 people. So it doesn't actually matter how many people you are trying to nurture or engage. All that matters is that you make the post. And that's the great part about this, because you don't have to do more calls. You don't have to send more emails. You just send one email. You just make one post, but every single person is going to see it, right? So this is why it's so powerful. And you don't even have to think about them. What you're going to get is that after time, people are just like, people that you didn't close, they'll message you back a month later and they'll be like, hey, I've been thinking about it. I've been seeing your posts every single day and I made up my mind. I want to sign up. Can you take me on? That is what's going to happen. I guarantee it. It's happened to me so many times. And if you do this right, you'll see the exact same thing. So the first thing that you want to do is every single day, and yes, every single day, email your list using the following content frameworks: client wins, case studies and testimonials, YouTube videos, and value emails. Right? Keep it very simple. And what I did over here, this is just one example, but this is a testimonial. So super, super simple. I'm not writing some 12-paragraph essay. I'm just saying, hey name, this is the variable obviously. Zach added this amount in 90 days. He recorded a quick testimonial. Click here to watch the testimonial. That's literally it. And if you can see the stats over here, 29 people clicked the booking link, or sorry, the YouTube link, right? So our list is a lot bigger right now, but 29 people. So imagine, if you had 50 sales calls, 50 didn't buy, and you're getting 50 people to see your emails every day. Surely over time, one of them is going to click it and they're going to be like, okay, I made up my mind. Think about that one person that is just ready to buy and you just couldn't get the objection. He is so close, and now he sees this and he's like, I guess that's it. Let me pay the invoice. So what we're going to do is we're going to email the list every single day. This is the first thing I do every single morning is I, get to the desk, get to the office, type up an email, and then I do this, step 2. So I first send the email, then I do step 2, which is post on all social platforms using the following content frameworks. So on social platforms, you can do a lot more. So you can post more things. I genuinely post on Twitter like 4 times a day. I just batch it all in the morning. But again, the same things apply. Client wins, testimonials, videos, and value posts. So anything that can be valuable, give value for free. Give value for free. Do it over and over and over and over. And I promise you, besides the actual people that you had calls with, people in general are just going to see it. They're going to be like, wow, okay, this guy's doing pretty good. And then they're going to book a call with you. So use these frameworks as a guide. And I put here, don't optimize, just post. Don't optimize, just post. Don't try and do the most complex Twitter method, thread, LinkedIn post. If it gets to the point where you're trying to optimize so much that you don't end up posting, then you're doing something wrong, right? Just get the post out. I promise you, just get the post out, and that's all we want. The goal is to stay top of mind. You've already built the trust in the sales process. The worst thing that could happen is that they forget about you, right? That is what we're trying to avoid. If you can just stay on their mind long enough, the trust will just be built over time, just because of the familiarity bias. It pretty much explains that The reason we like certain things, the reason we trust certain things is just because we see it over and over and over and over. You know, the reason that you like your parents so much, obviously there are other reasons, but you just saw them all the time. You're familiar with them. You're familiar with your family, familiar with your friends, and because of that, you want to stay with those people because it's simple, because it's easy, So the same applies if they see you every single day. Okay, so that's the process. Simply put, add leads that don't sign up to your funnel on social media platforms and your email sending tool, and then every single day, email your list and post on social platforms. That is it. Don't optimize, just post. The goal is to stay top of mind.